more time, as the circle and the cycle continues, one more time. All I'm asking is that you articulate why that scenario might make me feel in a situation that enables abuse and subjugation.
I have no idea.
Well,
because I
maybe
won't even see you. You'll walk in the door, you'll go upstairs.
But maybe it takes away from the
Right.
subjugation.
Think about it. Think about it and come back to me. That's your
I'm not
homework,
going
kiddies.
to do it.
That's
It's the day after dancing. I biked here. I don't really want to talk, to be honest. It's not because anything bad happened or anything like that. I just don't want to talk. So that's the bridge that we're always on, right over there. You can believe that. I don't know why you wouldn't believe it, but if you can believe it, then that's why. Zoom in a bit. I'll zoom so you can see it. Yeah, right over there. That's where we're always sitting, walking around. It's not a huge place here, but you know, it's something. It's secluded enough that it gives the illusion of being secluded. And if you go all the way out there, then like you definitely have more of a seclusion, because like who's really walking there? Like from that direction, like a couple people, and like from this direction, like a couple people. You know, you see the sign, they go that way. But it's not confusing back there. It's just that it's actually pretty easy to get lost, if that makes sense. Like there's only we'll say 4 paths back there, but like 2 of them are sanctioned trails, and like the other 2, there's literally no way to distinguish between them and the other official trails other than the markers, because they're perfectly well kept trails. Like there's no trees, there's no sticks. And then you get a little bit off in the thicket, and there's like a little bit of that, and then eventually what happens is you get to the point where the trail just kind of disappears into the woods. And I think it's because it's a marshland. It's definitely like a bog. It's like wetlands and such, and there's really no way to navigate building a path there that is going to be sustainable for years and years. Like an oxen and a horse could push through it, a human with boots could push through it, and you know, a human who was prepared for it could push through it. But mostly what happens is that like people who are just chilling, you know, build out as a path. You know, maybe it's, who knows who does it, but people build, you know, they put like sticks and stuff like that, and then they put like logs, fallen logs and stuff. They put bark over that. They make like, you know, little human footbridges, and I always just think that's cute. So we'll go visit it someday. My tooth's really hurting. The one that got drilled, I think it's like the wrong size by like a couple millimeters, and like that's a lot when it's all the pressure in your skull in that couple millimeters, you know. This one is known as nodding beggar's ticks. I think I'm saying that right, like beggar ticks. And I don't know the exact name for this one. And I'm not actually sure if this is the exact same plant as the one that we saw over there on the bridge a couple days ago. But you know, I thought this was like world sunflower or like a tick seed of some variety, but I got closer and it's definitely a beggar's tick. It's actually specifically nodding beggar's tick. So kind of a nice flower. It's I think September 17th today. Yeah, that's correct. It's actually, so I don't really want to do an episode today. I'm actually just really not in the mood. But it is the first day of the extra 5 days before the equinox. So like the months, if you decimalize them, you know, like the French Revolution did that, and so it was just the month of Fructidor, the month of fruit. But since that ended, we actually, it does not immediately turn into the next month. So there's actually 5 days, known as the Sans Culottes, I think is how it's pronounced. But I could be completely wrong because I don't speak French and I'm not a historian. But basically it was like 5 celebratory days. It has to do with like pants or something like that. I don't really remember exactly what the fuck the story was. But the point is, it's basically a solar calendar. It follows like most of the other calendars out there, other than being kind of like decimalized as a meme, because they were just decimalizing things because it was, oh, it's a revolution. That's what we do now. We decimalize all the things. All right, there's some utility to that, but it can be overbearing, and people didn't really like it. And even if they did, even if they did, they were kind of forced to use the other one. And then eventually, what happened is the emperor came, and at that time it was Julius Caesar. No, sorry, it was He was not Julius Caesar. It was fuck. What the hell's his name? Napoleon Bonaparte. I could not remember this dude's name. So, yeah, I mean, he became emperor, and I mean, everyone's pretty much heard of him, whether they know like what he was, who he was, all that. It's funny too because like he wasn't like born for the position. Like he was, he just was like extremely powerful and good at war. I guess I don't really understand it, but anyways, so today is the first of, yeah. So here's more beggar sticks, and I'm not sure if this is also Notting's beggar stick or if this is, I don't know. See, like it looks a little different. You know what I mean? It's a little weird. Here, I'll take some with us. This stuff is gonna die there anyway. These are already to seed, so yeah, I think it's different. Well, maybe it's the same. Yeah, it's probably identical. It's probably the same plant. Nah, who knows? I probably shouldn't. I actually wasn't trying to clip this whole one. I was trying to clip one that was like way smaller. But so today's day 1. Oh, it smells terrible. Gross. That's what I deserve for killing it. But so today's the first day of the 5 celebratory days before the new year begins. The equinox. You know, there's the days are an equal length, like the night and day are an equal length, and that's the start of the year. I think that's right, and it's kind of a beautiful sentiment, I guess. I can't really think of a better time to do it. I mean, I guess you could select the very dawn of the day, but I don't know. I guess that'd be it. I don't really know. I don't really care. Yeah, it seems as good a spot as any for a man to fish. There used to be a willow tree here, actually. I'm pretty sure it was like right there, that whole area, maybe even here. I'm not really sure, but there used to be a huge tree, maybe more than one. Over there too, there were willow trees actually. Always wanted to go down here. I mean, I've been down here before a couple times, but I've always wanted to go down here and jump it. I guess it's not really true, but I'm gonna. Just because there's no bridge anymore, you know? Wow. That's wild, dude. We need that guy that does that thing. That's like a YouTube meme. He like comes out here and like cleans these. So in 4 days it'll be the new year, and thus ended the month of fruit and the celebrations, and then thus will start the month of vintage wine, winery, and all that. I like to say the month of pumpkin. I like to say the month of pumpkin and psychedelics. So, because I'm making my own calendar, you know, Halloween calendar. You know, and I get why, because the fence is here, but like they really should reinforce it and just assume that people are gonna do it and just kind of let them do it. I mean, they're gonna, oh, let's put this fucking sunscreen, but like then you make people walk in mud. It's like, I mean, I guess they're not forcing anyone to walk in mud. It's just that is objectively the best spot to fish. I don't know. At least they had the sense to put some rocks over there so that it wouldn't erode more. Like I said, there used to be huge fucking trees, huge fucking trees right here. And there were big willow trees, and there may have even been one here, and then there definitely was a lot more stuff growing here. Bunch of trees. They were like cottonwoods, kind of. Yeah, see here you can see the child of the willow tree. See, I knew I wasn't talking shit, and I remember it because when I was a really little kid, maybe like, I'm talking like 25 full years ago, when I was like 5 years old, the tree stumps were there, and one of the trees, I think when I was even younger than that, was actually still up. So within my lifetime, you know, I remember seeing trees, and they were significantly bigger than this one. I mean, this one's probably as old as I am. This one's probably about 30. And which one is it even? You know, you don't see too many willows anymore, you know, they were kind of a thing. Yeah, see, look at that, they're powerful trees, you know. It's got the Virginia creeper going up it. I hope it makes it to the top. I like that plant a lot. So, yeah, and then here you can see more cottonwoods. So we had cottonwoods here, and we had a huge, like, you see how much light space there is, just how much room that there is. And that's because there used to be trees there. So, yeah, I think they died natural deaths. They just never really got replanted. That's not really something that this culture takes into consideration when a tree dies. We don't plant a new tree. It kind of scares me, honestly. Anyway, I just got a message. We'll be back after this. Thanks for joining. I guess we probably will be back tomorrow. I don't really want to make an episode. I just wanted to kind of share because I felt like obligated, I guess, to make like a standalone episode today, because today doesn't fit in. You know, I know a lot of my viewers also don't really fit in, but you know, at least in my community, it's like you may not even fit in my community, but you know, as long as you aren't a shithead, you'll pretty much be welcome. So I hope people will check it out, and we'll be back after this. Or thanks for joining.